Their motto is simple: if it has a beginning and an end, you can speedrun it. But for most Rocket League players, the idea that there's a speedrunning community in this game may seem strange, and when you see the kinds of things they speedrun, you're probably going to be even more confused. Today we'll explore Rocket League speedruns and the small group of players that measure their wins by the clock, not the scoreboard. Speedrunning in Rocket League has been around basically since launch, shown by the fact that the speedrun.com website has records that date back to 2015. But that begs the question, just what were these guys speedrunning? One of the most popular runs, even down to this day, is actually the Rocket League tutorial. Yes, I'm talking about that original walkthrough of the basic controls and mechanics that you probably did once when you got the game, or more likely skipped altogether. It may seem weird that something so simple would be attractive to speedrunners, but this is actually a perfect example of what the community is all about. Alright, let's submit this run and see how I did. 477th. Ouch. You see, speedrunning doesn't require difficult challenges, because the actual challenge is finding the tricks and shortcuts to do seemingly easy tasks as fast as possible, thus making even the simplest tutorial a prime candidate to be broken down and optimized. For example, by way of quicker reactions, better touches on the ball, and even knowing exactly how close to get to the circle for the power slide to count, Redetskin is able to beat my incredible attempt by 13 seconds. For a speedrunner, every new record is a challenge to others to try and do it even faster. You may come up with a new strat, say hitting the balls into each other instead of having to touch them yourself in the advanced tutorial, but once you've shown that run publicly, everyone has access to those methods and soon will be working on even better variations. This healthy competition is important and means runs that have been done for years are still regularly seeing new entries and even records, though some of these speedruns do make me question the sanity of this community. For example, the season mode speedrun that exclusively involves breaking the AI and waiting to score a 0-second goal at the end of every single match as you play through the whole season. Remember the motto, if it has a beginning and an end, you can speedrun it, even if that speedrun ends up being almost an hour long. Now, over the years, the custom map community has provided many new and interesting ways for people to speedrun Rocket League, which definitely makes things a lot more exciting than just seeing how fast you can collect every boost pad in free play. And no, that's not a joke. They do speedrun this. But before we get into the custom map entries, I want to start my list with a simple training pack and the only speedrun ever done, Blindfolded. In September 2021, a player named Flash Force took on the 10-shot training pack, Open Nets for Dummies, live on stream, and completely blind. Now, the fun fact about this training pack is I actually made it. But it wasn't supposed to be serious, and it definitely wasn't supposed to be used for speedruns. It was thrown together in probably less than 20 minutes and used as a joke for a video I made back in early 2019. The idea was you'd send this code to your teammates or friends that always seem to miss easy shots. And to date, it remains the only pack I've ever made. My longtime friend Plamedo is a moderator of the speedrun site and for some reason decided to upload my training pack, and thus people have been speedrunning it ever since. After seeing someone do a speedrun of Mario 64 blindfolded, Flash Force wanted to see if something similar could be done in Rocket League, and my pack was the perfect candidate. He says he only practiced for a few hours before going live for this run on September 15th, 2021. It was almost a perfect run. He struggled with just one of the shots, but he eventually managed to figure it out and finished with a time just under 2 minutes. Of course, as the only run on the board, it's an uncontested record that would have stood no matter what the time. But I still think this deserves recognition as one of the craziest Rocket League speedruns ever. Our first custom map entry is the Rocket Labs escape game made by Acrace. If you've ever done a real-life escape room, this map is basically the Rocket League version. In it, you drive around collecting clues and solving puzzles, and it's honestly probably one of the coolest custom map experiences I've ever had. This map makes for a unique run because it's the only one in which speedrunners have discovered a glitch-based shortcut. Once you've unlocked the carry ability, you can use a crate to force your car through one of the final doors and skip a large portion of the challenge. In speedrunning, this would be called an any percent run, compared to 100% runs, which require each section to be completed properly before reaching the end. While using glitches or in-game exploits is common in speedruns for other games, this remains the only one found in Rocket League. And if you haven't already, I do recommend you try out the escape game for yourself at regular speed, though be warned, it's probably going to take you a lot longer than the 3 minutes and 20 seconds of Thunder Surge's run. At number 3, we have Gadriel and his incredible run on one of the hardest speedrunning maps ever created. Based on Let's Egyptian Parkour, the Kaizo version was made by Thunder Surge and named after the genre of highly difficult custom Super Mario levels. With no boost, this parkour map requires precise timing of jumps and flips, with long sections where if you slow down, you're probably dead. While not really a fair comparison, I think it illustrates the difficulty that Leth's attempt at this map took him 80 minutes, while Gadriel's world record run came in at 3:33. Actually a minute faster than the guy that made the map. While we called the Kaizo Egyptian Parkour one of the hardest speedrun maps, I think I can confidently say the next one is the most difficult. The Air Dribbling Test by IREF only has one entry on speedrun.com, courtesy of Fancy Duck. This map requires you to air dribble a ball straight up, non-stop, without touching the walls or obstacles. Here's what it looks like if you're just flying through it by yourself. Now imagine guiding a ball through here, and if any part of your car or the ball touches a wall or barrier, you're sent back to the beginning. Fancy Duck puts on an amazing display of ball and car control to complete the whole run in just 3 minutes and 13 seconds, a time I don't think I would beat even if I left the ball behind. For the last entry on this list, I want to break down a battle that will probably live on in Rocket League speedrunning lore forever. This is the story of Holy Avocados. Now before this event, Holy Avocados was already a well-known name in the speedrunning community, specifically for holding the top spot on each of the 4 Speed Jump Trials maps. These were records he had held for years, but as of July 2022, it seemed Holy Avocados was done with speedrunning, as he hadn't posted any new runs in over a year. Then, without warning, on July 12, 2022, Avocado's record on Speed Jump Trials 4 is beaten by a newcomer from Denmark named Mindless. It's a difference of just 100 milliseconds that gives the map its first record change in over 2 years. Yes, the Holy Avocado dynasty had finally been cracked, but he would not go down that easy. Rising from retirement, Holy Avocados struck back just 8 days later, beating Mindless by almost 250 milliseconds, which in the speedrunning world can be a lot. 2 weeks pass before Mindless does it again, shaving off another 300 milliseconds to take the record back. Finally, on August 8th, Holy Avocados strikes the final blow, 128.5, 700 milliseconds faster than Mindless, and over a second faster than his original 2020 record. Holy Avocados thus reclaimed his spot as the 4-time speed jump world record holder, and once again, retired from speedrunning. And as for Mindless, well, they haven't posted a run on the site since. Speedrunning can be a fun way to add variety to your Rocket League training, or even open up a whole new competitive way to play this great game. The Rocket League Speedrunning Community is open to players of all skills, ranks, and even platforms, and recently added a new section to their site that's designed to help keep track of freestyle and game mechanic records. So whether you're on PC or console, looking to put your name on the leaderboards, or just want to challenge your friends, the RL Speedrunning Community has the advice and tools to help you get started in the fast-paced world of speedrunning Rocket League. You'll find their Discord linked in the pinned comment below. Big thanks to Plamedo and Draco for their help with this video, and if you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that sub button and check out some of my other content like this video that covers the worst and funniest reactions to the recent freestyler bans. My name is Rocket Sledge, thanks for watching.